fresh start. It's September. It's like we finished the summer, but we're not really finished the summer. We're entering into the fall, but we're not yet into the fall. Our schedules are changing, our routine is changing. But what if it wasn't necessarily a change? What if it was actually a fresh start?
Exactly.
And a lot more fun to start something fresh than, like, change brings up a lot of stuff for people. Like, I don't want to end the summer, or, oh, we have to pack up the boat. But if this is like, well, what fresh start am I embracing today?
Right. And in that same context, it is kind of something that I did with my kids. So when life, like hard things happened in our family and we had big transitions, I didn't go, oh wow, we have to let go of that stuff. We talked about that stuff, but then we highlighted the new things we were moving into. You're leaving your friends in your school, but you're going to Alaska. I am in a fresh start and I'm letting go of some things that I've been part of for a long time. And I'm looking at how exciting it is moving into the next things that are on the trajectory. And for me personally, I'm really allowing myself to relish in the moments of curiosity of what's next and like trying things on.
Love it. As you're saying those things, just the energies to tap into there of endings and beginnings, letting go and letting in. And I've been thinking a lot lately about that, like this starting fresh, this fresh start starting fresh, then there is a letting go and there is a letting in. And it might be letting go of time. It might be letting go of the sun. It might be letting go of the way my body gets to wake up in the morning, or how I can have pajama day every day, or, the kids get to sleep in until whenever, whatever. Every day is like a Saturday. And if what am I letting go of? And what am I, in that letting go, what am I giving space to let in? And so that clarity for me of like, what is it truly that I desire to let into my life? For me, it's a lot connected to my business, actually, of that reflection of like, cool. And I mean, not to say I need clarity on what I need to let go of in my business to give space for more to come into my business, but that's kind of where I'm at, is this, am I willing to play different here? This fresh start idea, then what in my business, what in my life, what in my relationships is asking to let go, is asking me to like drop and just undo that, not have to fix it or change it or keep going in a different way, but actually what do I have to stop or let go of so I can give more space to what I'd like to let in. And right now I desire to let in way more growth in my business, way more clients and possibility in my business, way more contribution. And I've been listening to amazing leaders that have been inspiring me in my own life and my own business and my relationships. And it's almost like if I'm willing to be the fresh start, then I have to be willing to be teachable. And willing to learn. And so that's my curiosity there of like, cool, fresh start, letting go, letting in. I'm going to let go of every way I've done it like this before. And I'm going to let in all the contribution I can possibly get to create even greater in my life, living in business. And I'm willing to be teachable. I'm willing to learn, even though part of me thinks I know everything. So that for me is a fresh start, because I can create September like I've done September. set the calendar, make the plans, invite the people, do the thing. But I actually, if I want a fresh start and I want to create greater in anything, what am I letting go of and what am I letting in? And then choosing it.
Absolutely. And we're non-coincidental on the same page. So it's interesting because I've had kind of a murky week and navigating a different flow of emotion. So I like to allow the wave of emotion to come all the way through and give me information, and then I have a day of clarity. And that's just kind of how I function. So what's happened is I've recognized that, like, through different messages coming through and information coming through, because I'm just open and asking and putting out, like, show me the way and give me a sign, and then really allowing them to show up, even if they don't look the way I want them to, and kind of also not having an idea of what I want them to look like in some respect, so that I could be really, really open to letting it in. And so I love that we're talking about letting go and letting in, because, we're also in like this phase of Mercury retrograde where everybody goes, oh, it's so terrible. And, it can feel really crunchy. So for a couple of days, I was like, this Mercury retrograde is ruining my life. And it was really uncomfortable. And then I read something, and I would love to give, credit, but I can't remember where I read it, that Mercury retrograde, it's just in how you look at it. And if you look at it in the act of letting go, it stops being crunchy in your life. And then I read that, and then it directly applied to all of the murkiness in my life, was really me holding on where I needed to let go. And I also recognized in all of that holding on, I had a big, huge door to my future that was closed. And so when I resolved to that and I breathed through that and I let that go, the door to my future opened with possibilities, because that's how it works. But for me personally, I forget that I have a earth-size tub of tools that are fun and relevant to me that I don't get to play with when I'm locked in this box that I've locked myself into. So then I was like, oh, well, this is fun. I could do that. And what if I created that? And what if I did this? And what if I did that? And then not only did that open doors for myself, it opened up really amazing conversations with others that I wasn't able to have last week when I was dying in Mercury retrograde. So letting go of the thing that's, whatever that is, the angst in your life or the thing you're trying to dream your way out of, lets in the new possibilities.
There's pieces in there. I mean, on a Battlestar Galactica place, with the energy, with the spaciousness of Battlestar Galactica, like letting it all go.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm really truly embracing this fresh start energy, if I am really truly being the fresh start, I'm letting it all go, including me. And what if I let myself go? And there's an interesting energy in there of like, if you've heard people say like, oh my God, have you seen Sally? She's let herself go.
That's exactly what I heard when you first said that.
She's let herself go.
And I was like, wait a minute, then I'll have curlers in my hair with my moo-moo.
Yeah, and you'll be wearing a moo-moo and your boobs will be down to your armpits. So there's something that we have defined and we've resigned ourselves to about letting go. It's like, oh, okay, this is my life. Okay, no, this is my life. This is great. I'm not going to let it go though, because like, it's my life. And then we just keep feeding it. We're like, oh, but I want this and I want this and I want this. So then we have our 18 bowls of life and we're not willing to let it go. But if I'm asking to be the fresh start of me, then I have to be willing to, it's not a clean slate. This is different than a clean slate. Because if I've cleaned the slate, I'm still holding the plate that everything was on. If I'm truly Battlestar Galactic energy of letting go, I then become cosmic space and I have no baseline for what's possible. Then anything is possible. And that's where we get overwhelmed. That's where we go, oh, well, I don't know who to be now. If I stop being the teacher, if I stop being the mom, if I let go of everywhere I think I'm supposed to be the woman in business, then I don't know who I am. But what if that's exactly the fresh start you're asking for? And if I'm not living from what I think I am, then I can actually see everything I am. And it's a polar opposite. And it's really this amazing thing of a fresh start, because only you have to know that. You don't have to tell everybody you've let everything go. You just like, I'm letting it go. I am so letting this go. I'm going to let myself go. I'm going to have like a letting myself go day in a way I've never known I could do that before. And you don't have to tell your husband, your wife, your lover, your kids, your students, your clients. It's just an energetic choice. I'm willing to let it go. I'm willing to let it in and act from that. Choose and act and be from that place of like the radical fresh start that I'm asking for. I can be it, and then more of that will show up. So welcome to September, right? Boom.
Right. Yes, it's so awesome. I just, when you were saying let yourself go and then you went into that dialogue, what I thought about was when we do this deep work and we let go of our facade and our persona and our ego and who we should be and who we've been and all the roles we've had to take on in our life, and then we're just us, that's unrecognizable most oftentimes. And that's where we really truly can say, hello, me.
So welcome to the adventure, you guys. This is it. This is September. This is even the earth, if you live in North America, the fields have been harvested. The harvest is happening. The earth has been bountiful, and now it's been swathed clean, and you get to choose brand new those seeds that you're planting. You get to choose brand new if you're going to cultivate the land this year, or if you're going to take a year of pause. Like, you get to choose. And it truly is a Hello Me adventure. So this is it. So yeah, tap in. What does a fresh start mean to you? What are you letting in? What are you letting go of? And if you swath that plate clean and you put the plate down, imagine one choice that could take you in that direction, so you can truly have a fresh start in one little tiny speck of your life. And come back to the adventure, because we'll be here every week.
Ding, ding, ding. Welcome to Hello Me.